Hello, hello, hello. It's us,
Hello,
DiamondSlug and
Bear.
Uncle Bear. And Uncle Bear.
Bear.
We are here to shoot. We're on camera.
Stream
Here I am.
Elements
So,
said,
um,
DiamondSlug
again,
31 is now
DiamondSlug,
live.
Uncle Bear.
Streaming
We are
food and
making,
drink. The DiamondSlug Show. Chicken fried lamb chops.
Chicken fried lamb chops. If you were watching it all a couple days ago when I made a crown roasted lamb, we had an extra rack of lamb, so I decided to marinate the lamb chops. I pounded them out and I marinated them in buttermilk overnight. So today we're going to put them in flour and then fry them and make a little gravy for them and then eat them.
Sounds like a good
Big
plan.
plan. That's the whole big plan. All right, so might as well get started. First
Okay,
step,
what do we need?
make a drink. As always, most important step is to Oh, I like that. This is the new camera angle I didn't have before.
Or you have to have the cocktail.
It's the rules.
That's in your production,
My waiver
Openings.
in my
yeah. Without it, you can't function.
my green room demand list. Okay, so what we're going to do is basically, it's a very, very simple, not a lot to do today, is,
Oh, we definitely need eggs. Oh,
for what?
for the,
We're not doing the egg wash. We're doing southern fried chicken. Like southern fried chicken is just put it in buttermilk, dip it in flour, put it back in buttermilk, dip it in flour, and then throw it in the fryer.
easy.
Like I said, it is simple.
So we don't really,
We don't need all of those, no. I just
No.
put them out because that's where they go.
okay. So, then let's see what we need.
Well, we got the oil there.
There's the flour.
We'll need flour. I'm probably going to put some paprika in the flour just for fun because
Paprika.
we have a lot of paprika choices. Though we have
We have choice.
Hungarian paprika, sweet paprika, sweet smoked paprika, hot paprika, and hot smoked paprika.
Why don't we try the sweet smoke?
Sweet smoked paprika it is.
Okay. That's that.
Now, if we were doing chicken, I would be probably doing the same mixture here, more or less. So we got about, I don't know, 9 or 10 chops there, whatever many ribs I had, and cut them up. So just need enough flour, and we are going to double dip them. So
Yeah.
the thing about doing this, unlike if we were going to do like breading, where we had a full breading station and did and we had a full breading station and did egg wash and all that stuff, then we'd want to put it in the fridge for like 20 minutes to let everything settle. When we do this, we're going to want to go almost straight from dipping it in the last thing of flour right into
So
the
then
fryer.
what we want is that oil in that pan starting to heat up a little
Yep, we're going to get there. First, we're just going to do the setup. We're going to just set up everything ready to go, then we'll get the heat started and going.
bit. You need this here?
Nope.
No. Okay.
And so, it's going to dilute with the flour, obviously, so use a lot. And in this case, we'll use kosher
Sea
salt. No,
No?
kosher salt for this because sea salt's too big a particles, and they're not quite as salty as kosher salt.
Excuse me.
And you can never have too much pepper, I don't think, in fried chicken, personally. Now, as far as this gravy, I've been debating which way to go with it. We could just go with a standard sawmill gravy, which is like a white just milk gravy, which is what most of the recipes ask for. There's a version of that though that has white wine and a little Dijon mustard, which is still a creamy kind of sauce that we could put on it. But I had another idea, which was, which I'm now forgetting. Hold on 1 second. I need to look in the fridge. Oh well, if I think of it, I'll think of it. But I had another idea for a sauce that went in a different direction, sort of, than... We could go with buffalo chicken. Buffalo sauce, hot wing sauce.
Yeah, whatever like that.
It's a way to go. Oh shit, no, I don't remember what I was going to do. Oh well, I'll think of it before the end of the time here. Alright, so leave that there. And now we are going to pull out these lamb chops. As you can see, they've been well flattened and well covered in buttermilk. Really just doing this so I can count and see how big they are.
Right. And it's easier to take it from there into the dip.
Well, we're going to double dip it. We're going to go from the... Oh, I was going to put this in a bowl. That's what I was going to do.
You know what you can do? As you dip them, why don't you put 'em on those glass things there, you know.
Actually, I'm going to take all this goo here and put it in a bowl. In a bowl here so that I can do the second dip here.
Okay.
And I will not need this bag for anything ever again in the universe. Alright, so
So you basically,
we're pretty
you
close.
need almost 2 things of flour. Because this is the first
No,
one.
it'll. We're just gonna go back and forth. It'll be fine.
Okay.
All right. So now we are going to heat up the.
What oil are we going with? Peanut oil or canola?
I'm going to finish off this peanut oil since it's almost empty. So here's the camera's up and running well. I guess I still have to turn around if I'm going to do the main look at the main camera. But so we are adding oil to a pan to get it up to temperature. We're going for about 350 degrees. And we're doing a shallow pan fry. So that's close to as much as we need, but we just need a hair more. So I'm mixing a little canola with the peanut oil that I just put in. Just need it to be deep enough so it comes up to the edges, and maybe not, it doesn't really go over the top of the meat. I think that I am going to, God, I wish I could remember what I was thinking of. Oh, the merguez sausage. Ah, that's right. So like a country fried steak, you might have a sausage gravy with it, but you'd have like a country breakfast sausage. Well, since this is lamb, I think I have some merguez sausage. That is lamb sausage, I'm pretty sure. And no, it's chorizo. Yeah. Lamb merguez sausage. So
That seems to tie in well.
yeah. So we may be going with this, and maybe we're going to try a milk-based gravy with this lamb sausage, which would be interesting. So we'll give it a shot.
Okay.
And you're right, we should probably have some kind of biscuit. We're going lammy, so should we do those? We've got those roadies, those they're almost like pita bread, those little pita breads that we use when we do Indian food.
Yeah.
They're right in the freezer. I'm just trying to think that might be the way to go with it, don't you? Freezer, other side. Right up here. These things. Well, I don't want to pull them out because I don't want everything to fall out. But it's like those round little pita bread things that we do when we do Indian food.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let me put these back in the fridge. So if anybody actually ends up watching this ever, feel free to chat. I do have the chat working. And I don't know if there is someone watching. There might actually be someone watching. Well, if there is, hey, welcome. Enjoy the show. So, oops, excuse me. When you're trying to figure out, let's see, 1, 2. Oh, I'm so fancy. When you're trying to figure out the temperature, most useful thing in this situation is definitely a infrared thermometer. As I said in I think every episode so far, just remember to have everything in the world. That way, it's real easy to do stuff. Oh shit!
Well, how are you going to cook this? You're going to fry it in here first. Fry it in the oil. And then pull it out.
No, we're not to do 2 pans.
So you do this separately then.
Yeah, we're gonna fry up we're gonna fry up the sausage in a different pan and do the whole gravy. Not smaller, but same size.
Here. Why don't we use once you fried in this?
No, Don, I got this right here. I
You
have a billion frying pans. You know how many we have in the garage, right?
Where did you find that? Oh, in there.
But we have even better pans than that for what we're doing. I'm trying to think of what the better pan is to do than that, because this is a good restaurant pan. So no, this is fine. All right, so we'll let that get to do what it's doing. Now I might as well get the sausage going then, so I can actually turn this down a little bit. So we're going to hold off a little bit on the actual frying of the lamb, and we are going to heat up some sausage. Oh fuck! Give me a second. I've got a better pan. I don't want to use that pan. All right, this is the pen I would like to use. That's a much better pen for what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Now, how do I show a camera on this fucking thing? Hold on. Well, I guess it does get both pans pretty well. Just need to frame it up a hair.
Yeah.
That's not too bad. Okay.
Yep,
And now we can go back to the 3-2 is the big me talking to the camera. Oh no, 3-2 is if someone's working here. So we want to go to 2, 3, 2, 1. There we go. All right, so we are now going to brown off this merguez sausage that we have right here. Whenever I brown meat, I like to have a...
Oh, these are individual sausages.
Yeah, we'll have to delink them. Why don't you come over to the cutting area over here and delink them. Okay, I'll hunt a fly while you're doing that. Got him. Okay, dead fly. So no more betting on that. So you just want to crumble it up, you know, like ground beef kind of.
I just split the last bit first.
Here, put it in one of these when you're ready to hand it to me. So yeah, so we're gonna do a sawmill gravy basically with the merguez sausage. We're gonna brown the merguez sausage, and then we'll go to make a basic roux using probably some of the dredging flour and and some of the oil from the sausage itself, and if we have to add a little oil to balance it out, or butter to make the ratio of flour to butter or flour to fat equal. And then after that, when it gets to basically making a roux, then we add a little bit of milk, and that will turn it into a gravy. And the flour and fat combination, or the roux, is what will make the it thick. So there. Did you need a drink, Tom?
I'm good.
Sure?
Yeah.
So, people, feel free to chime in. We're ready. The phones are open. Actually, I could actually do a call in if I wanted to. I just do it through Discord. We could have a Discord chat, do it through my iPad, so it doesn't even go through the rest of the system. It actually would work really well.
Sounds reasonable.
I'm just really impressed with these lamb chops that I got, because well, remember how I was talking about we needed to get Colorado lamb and all that?
Right?
But these are just beautiful and huge. Got vein running through them or anything?
Nice.
Yeah, I'm pretty pleased. Oh, we will need a draining rig for when we get those out of the fryer.
Okay.
We are going to want something to drain the oil off. while we're finishing up everything else. So basically, we're going to take one of these.
Do it on the tray. You know, there's that smaller copper one in there that's got a rack.
What's that?
There's a smaller, the copper one in there.
I don't really need a small one. So basically what we're going to do is I'm going to take, put some paper towels down and then put that rack back on. And
Okay.
You don't have to answer me, I'm talking to the camera.
Well, it's good to communicate.
I want yes, chef. Only yes, chef. That's all I want to hear.
Yes, chef.
That's all I want to hear from you, sous chef. So basically, this is our draining rig. After we pull it off
Have to
the
feed
heat,
the little bears.
after we pull it off the heat, we'll take, the finished lamb chops and set them there. Paper towel, pull away the excess oil or Earl, depending on where you're from. We can do some of that in the pan. We can do some of it, what you're doing in the pan.
Okay. You want to put it in there?
Oh, yeah. All right.
Just throw this in, begin with, and I'll finish off this.
So this is the lamb merguez sausage that we're doing. So yeah. Oh, need the camera back over here. So we put the sausage in here, and we're probably gonna have to put on a fan. Probably a smart move. Normally if this was like ground beef or something, I'd season it, but since it's a sausage, it's already probably been seasoned very, very well. It's a high quality sausage.
It smells like it's seasoned.
Yeah, so
with some hot sauce or something.
yeah, it's gonna. Yeah, I mean it's merguez, so it's gonna have some paprika in it. It's gonna have some little spice to it compared to say a breakfast sausage, but I think it's gonna turn out to be wonderful. I kind of, if I've thought about it, I kind of like the idea of using making, instead of a milk-based gravy, a yogurt-based kind of gravy. But I don't know how that would. I don't know how that would work
Do you
out.
have yogurt?
No, I don't know. I'm just saying if I had yogurt,
Oh.
I would. I was considering possibly doing that. Oh, the sausage is definitely letting up a lot of its own oils, which is good. We're gonna collect them with this anyway. This is I'm sorry. We're gonna collect them with this. This is a sieve on top of a thing,
Okay.
and that's where we'll put it once the meat is browned. Oh yeah, look at this. Look at the bright color, the red
yeah.
color there. That's definitely paprika, and that's definitely going to flavor the milk. The gravy might have an interesting color. It might be a pink gravy, which I'm not against. Are you guys pink gravy? Do you have any problem with pink gravy? No. Okay,
No.
good. I would hope not. I told you about how good these were, didn't I?
About what?
These thermometers that I got.
Yeah, you say it worked really well.
It's the meter
Did you,
wireless Wi-Fi
Did
thermometers.
you want to show them the beautiful lamb that you did the other day that will have them leftovers?
Well, I just wanted them to look at this. This is it's a thermometer wireless, but it does the ambient temperature as well as the probe temperature, and it really did an incredible job getting my meat to a perfect temperature the other day. So I was very impressed. I thought the probe was going to be too thick, but it really wasn't. I should probably go on their website and give them a review, but I'm just not that kind of person. What was that question? What did you say you were gonna do
Huh?
after we did that? Talk about that. You said something to me about.
Oh, I forgot.
Two old people, one high and drinking, the other wearing a bear hat. So our memories are not 100%.
That's why it has to be filmed. So you know what you're doing. You can look back later.
Or to know what we did, in case they need to tell a doctor what to look for.
I believe this is pretty good.
Smells incredible. Okay. Excuse me.
It's gonna be hot.
All right. So now we are going to start to make a roux in this same pan, because we want to get this started before we go and start getting the lamb chops themselves frying, because you want those lamb chops fried almost last, but not last, just
Right.
about last.
We want to
So,
make sure you guys grate
We're
at
gonna
least
set up our scenario over here. I don't know what you can see from there, but I'm putting the sausage here to go into that once I get the flour and the oil and everything together. We're gonna bring this and this over to here. And I have to sort of do double duty camera-wise. Actually, we can do the gravy as we're letting these rest. We can put this in the oven, let them rest.
Sure.
So I'm going to set the oven for about 200 degrees so that once we finish them, because we're going to have to do them in batches anyway. So if we have to do them in batches anyway, we might as well have the oven prepared for it. So we'll do a batch of them, put them in the, put them on the cooling rack, and then we will put them in the oven to stay crisp. All right, so
You have here, you have paper here.
yes,
So would that not catch fire in the oven?
not in an oven at 200 degrees now.
Oh, okay.
No, the paper, I don't know, paper ignites at like 305 degrees.
I know the
something like
other
that.
paper, the
Parchment paper goes to like
That's it.
400 or
Yeah.
500, but
but that's actually like
it's a paper towel. I think
towel.
I forget what the burning temperature of paper is, but it's higher than this.
Well, we'll know.
We'll figure
If
it
we
out.
have Flame, whatever.
Did you taste the sausage? Taste the sausage. It's lammy. That'll be good. Thinking what might cut through the lamb just a hair. Since it's gonna be lamb on lamb, we need something not mint. Mint would be too obvious and too,
Yeah.
mint and milk. But then again, there's mint chocolate chip ice cream is really, really good.
Well, I think the milk is going to cut that down a little bit.
Oh, it is. It's just gonna, but it's still gonna be lammy.
But not too bad.
No, I don't think so.
don't
No, I
think
mean,
so.
I like lammy personally, so.
I think with the milk in it, it's going to really make a big difference. It's going to change the.
All right, so we are at about 300 and 330 degrees or so. I don't know if you can see that. There you go.
It's upside down.
We're getting there. Once we get to about 350, we will double dip these. I'll get this out of the way actually, because we are going to do a funky fine procedure. So we're going to get you back over to here to catch my incredible work. It will be truly spectacular, I promise.
Well, we've never died yet.
Nope. We've tried.
Maybe it not be Martha Stewart, but it's still.
We're sitting at about 330. Still a little ways to go. Now we're using cast iron, which honestly, if you're getting anything out of my cooking show, then you already know how to cook. So I don't need to be telling you all the little things like why cast iron is better than something else to deep fry in. Yeah, see now we're up to about 350 or so.
You should
All right.
also mention that when you go to clean this, you can clean it with just a paper towel type of thing, and it keeps a lot of flavors in the thing itself. You know what I mean? You get a lot of those. It tends to flavor stuff you
What?
fry in there.
What are you talking about?
When you go to clean this.
We're going to highlight this as a bare word of wisdom, because I have no idea what he just said. I'll interpret it later, and then maybe I'll try to clue you guys in. Alright. If you can look, and if I had the camera and was able to move the camera a little bit, you'd see that the oil is getting a little ripply, but you can't really get that from that angle. So I'm going to kind of keep this right about here.
You need a hand camera that you can put in.
Well, that's what we tried to get with those, with the GoPro and all that, but if we were just recording, that would be fine, but it's because we're going live and doing this all live, which makes absolutely no sense since nobody's watching it live. So why aren't we just recording it and editing it? Well, you know why? Because I'm lazy and I hate editing. So that's why we're doing it this way. If you want to watch it, I don't care. If you don't, still don't care. All right. I can tell just by looking at it it's the right freaking temperature, but for the sake of...
Right.
Yeah, that's nice and hot. Any hotter than that in the... All right, so the idea is we're going to take it, we're going to put it in the flour. Then we're going to dip it in buttermilk again. And then put it back in the flour. And then straight into the pan. And off we go. Oh, by the way, this is a extra buttermilk that I'm dipping up in there on the top there, so I'll kind of go over there for a minute while I'm doing the early parts. So this has been double dipped and into the pan.
I like the way those are sitting, resting on the rim of the thing.
Well, we don't need the bones to cook for any reason. We want that fat to get nice and cooked. So here I go. I'm dipping into the buttermilk mixture here. And then back into the flour. And back into the flour. And one more, and I think we'll do one more, and then flip the Well, I might actually have to put this other one.
You know what?
You got a set of tongs out of the drawer there. Thank you. Ooh, yeah. Look at that.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Okay, that one could go. Oh no, that was beautiful too. I think this next one could go a hair longer. Perfect. All right, so let's see what we got rolling here. We got those pieces in there. As you can see, they're browning very nicely. They're getting a very nice little brown in there. Nice crisp crust to them.
Then you can put them up on here when you're done.
Would you grab me the kosher salt? We'll put the kosher salt right next to here. Yeah, because the second it comes out of the oil, we're definitely going to want to put it in kosher salt. This one is now probably ready to turn. And it is.
Oh, beautiful.
And again, it is lamb, so you don't want to overcook it. I mean, you want to make sure it's nice and tender. You also want to make sure that the breading is nice and crisp. So it's just something you got to watch. You got to deal with. They look beautiful in the picture, though, don't they?
Oh yeah, wonderful.
That's wow.
Where's the story you're supposed to look at?
What do you think? I think a little more.
Beautiful. Oh yeah.
You certainly don't want to undercook them. Well, actually, lamb is like any other meat. It's pretty well regulated. So now it goes off to there and onto a cooling rack, as you can see there. Take a look at this one real quick. That one's another perfect specimen. Oh, that one seems to be. Okay, that one didn't do so well. I probably turned it a little hair too early. Fine. It is done, it's just the breadings are. Alright, we've lost a little temperature, so we're going to give it a little minute or two to get back up to a decent temperature before we finish up. We got 3 more to go. This one's pretty much halfway done, so we're just waiting on the oil to get back up to temperature just a bit. Oh, thank you. Yes, we have forgotten to take pictures of things throughout the last 4 attempts. I've been forgetting to.
You had that the right temperature, it's cooking very evenly. Yeah, because, sometimes when you put more stuff in it tends to be hotter or colder or something.
I'm doing my best to manage the temperature properly, and so far so good. I am flipping it a little early, so I'm losing some batter sometimes, but that's just a trial and error kind of thing. I'm just not that good a chef yet. Cell phones, this is an active set. Alright, so we've got
Hello?
one more to batter
Hello?
and get going.
We're filming right now. We're filming right now. In the kitchen. Just call me back here in minutes, like maybe about 10. No, he's not coming till 17. Okay. Hey, George, you're calling.
What's up?
George, you're calling.
Did you tell him that he can talk to us on air?
No, I didn't think about that, but
Oh.
you're right.
I should text him back to turn on my stream. Alright, so we are now in the ran out of food portion where we now take everything and put it in the sink and hope that the cleaning fairies show up and make everything better. Now remember, everything here has been covered with raw food, so make sure everything here is nice and clean. Make sure you wash your hands between these steps, because now we're going on to only cooked food. In fact, we're going to get rid of these tongs altogether, move on to a cooked only set of tongs.
Or would you prefer?
No, I need that might have gone here long. That's alright. It's good, pretty good.
Let's get on film.
A second more.
Oh, yeah, it's ready.
They look pretty good to me.
Okay. Turn around and look at the camera and say,
Yummy.
that's good
I
enough to
want
eat.
those. I wish I had those. Oh, I got a whole bunch of them right here. Alright, so we need a landing pad. These should be going into the oven now. Done. Thank you. What did you think I was doing with it?
That's just crisscrossing.
Alright, so just using this as a in-betweener plate. For example, this piece here. No, use more time. This is where my impatience can really cost the whole game. Let me see, 1, 2. Wink, wink. So Don, do you want to phone a friend for the next answer to the question on $1 Million Pyramid? Oh, you didn't realize you're on $1 Million Pyramid? Okay, well, you're on $1 Million Pyramid.
No, I didn't think about that. When you said come for dinner, you didn't say I was going to be entertaining. Not in my contract.
Yeah, but you've been here before.
Oh, that's good. No, you're already down.
Did you open the oven door? That didn't happen.
That's
even
what
see it. You couldn't even see
turned
it.
to rye.
Didn't see it, didn't happen.
It-
I'll throw it around anyway. All right, now. I have quite a dilemma in my hand.
You mean the hot?
Now,
skillet?
which hot grease do I want? I like that hot grease
Well,
too.
that has some flavor in it.
That's what I'm saying. That's so, but so does that. That has the chorizo.
I know,
We
but
can-
that will still come out
You're
because
right.
this is strong enough that it will still come out in the
I
gravy.
need to get rid of some of this oil though.
Plus, also remember, you fried this stuff from that meat.
I know that. That's
So,
what I'm saying. It's
the
got
flavors are gonna be
there's
in
flavor in both of them.
Yeah, but this one will be the better flavor.
I need somewhere to pour this so that I could just pour it.
Well, I could turn on cold water and
No,
you
no,
pour
we're
it
not going
down.
to do that. We're not going to do that. I'm just going to pour it into here for now.
Okay. Is that your bad rib?
Now,
Okay.
got all this oil.
I thought you make the gravy first and then you put the meat in later.
We're gonna. I'm just in the oil.
Okay. I see.
Oh, this wonder for Earl. All right. Flour.
What are you looking for?
Flour.
Flour? Right here.
I was going to use the stuff that we had used before, but it had raw meat in it, so it's just safer.
It's better to be safe.
Yep. And so let's figure.
Not like the oil is expensive.
It's what? 3 tablespoons?
That's more than 3 tablespoons, more like about 6.
No.
I bet you.
About that much.
Yeah, that's a good start.
Hmm?
That's a good start. You know, they also, I think you also have some flour. Flour.
What's that?
Some gravy flour.
Oh,
You
well,
know,
yeah, I've got
in a
the
little
Wondro.
can. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's good for making the gravies.
it is good for making gravies, but I should have thought of that earlier. Or
I
actually,
just happened to think about it.
you
as
should
we
have
were
thought
doing
that. You should have thought of that earlier.
Well, I just thought of it as I saw you doing this, and then it came to my mind.
Once
I remember
again,
saying it.
make sure you own everything. It helps. So what we're doing now is we're making a roux basically, and ultimately we're just trying to get an equal balance of flour and fat. Then we're also going to try to cook it long enough that the floury taste gets cooked out of it. See how it's, here we go. It's going to absorb all the rest of that fat. And then it's going to be kind of a pasty thing. But you got to keep it moving. Because one thing to be careful of with roux is they will turn on you quick. All right, could you pour some milk into like one of my measuring cups, like the 2-cup measuring cup? Up here, above here, measuring cups. It's like it's your first day. For gosh sakes, you've been cooking here for years.
This is a 4-cupper. Just a 4-cupper, I'll use it.
Okay, well, yeah, just give me like put like 2
I'll
or
give
3
you a
cups.
little, just to begin with.
What?
You want a little in there?
No, I want 2 or 3 cups in a
Okay.
thing so I can put it in as needed. So, although this looks like it's a blonde roux or even over to coming towards a more of a brown or brick roux, it's not. The color's actually coming from the oils and the stuff, so it's not quite as dark a roux as it might seem. So, we're gonna let that set for just a second. Roux are fun. Roux are fun. Roux are fun.
The bubbles are sure bubbling.
Yeah, that's supposed to be what it's doing. Turns into this like semi-gelatinous, but also kind of solid when you pull it together state. That's what I call a good roux. But once you can kind of smell the flour, there's still a little bit of flour smell in there. Kind of want to pull that out. Takes another minute or 2. Let's go ahead and start drizzling that in. A little more. All of it. Might need more. More. Give me 1 sec. A little more. A little more, a little more, a little more. Okay. Alright, I might still need more, but we'll let it warm up first. When that warmed up, I've never had that happen before.
Is this one where you're going to put a little red wine or something in it, or white wine?
Well, it was a thought before I decided on the chorizo. I mean, on the merguez sausage. I don't know why this is so fucking out there. Ha 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 ha. Still no one, huh? No one brave enough to chat with us.
Maybe you have to announce on air about what time you'll be doing
Of course you do.
something ahead
And
of
if I
time.
cared, I would, but I don't, so that's what we get.
I don't know. That's
Really
the hard
thick.
work right there. The stirring.
Yeah, I need more milk. To keep stirring that, please. Excuse me. So if you can't tell what I'm doing, I'm putting pepper in. We have to do something about that camera, see if we can get it to be more steamy proof. How does it feel? Is it bubbly?
How's the pepper in there? Did it taste peppery?
Mm-hmm. Go ahead and stir that up. Let's go ahead and get this in there now. All it's going to do is help.
That's what we should have taken a picture of. Yeah.
What's that?
Have the sausage before you put it in. You know,
No.
but it's okay.
Oh, I got your camera. We can still take a picture of the... Take a picture of the whole setup in here.
This is thick.
And now I'm going to give you all his Social Security number. Here, just look. Here's his credit card information on his card, and we can get to anything you want. Banking, credit card. There's some credit banking right there. All right. Well, later we'll get to that.
This is thickening up nicely.
Yeah. All right.
This is definitely gravy. Consistency.
Yeah, you might want to add a little milk just to loosen it. Don't you agree? Because it'll tighten up the second it starts cooling down.
Well, that's true.
Alrighty. So, I suppose I should get a plate. Pretend like I'm plating. Oh shit. That one failed. All right. I feel like it needs some green, but I mean, I could just throw some parsley on for the hell of it, but
Throw some parsley on it.
yeah, I don't have any good parsley. Yeah, we'll just drizzle some gravy over it. All right, so let's fill the gravy boat. Let's come back over to 2 and 3. So let's go ahead and just ladle the gravy boat
Yeah.
with some gravy, and then we'll drizzle it over grab a plate. So, as promised, it did not take long. But 2 of the steps were pre-done, which took a total of 5 days, which was 3 days of marinating in red wine, pounding after that period, and then putting in buttermilk for
There you
another day. So there's the gravy to go along with it. We're just gonna, that's the shot. Let me take a picture so we have the picture. All right. Now we
Looks beautiful.
are going to eat some lamb chop. Okay. Okay. Oh, do you want yours on a different plate? Okay. It's for you. This camera is on so you can react with air. Alright, here it goes. I'm going to give it
Let's
a
take
try.
a picture of it.
Yeah. Another picture. Because pictures taste so good.
Mm-hmm. How's that?
It is so completely different than the rack of lamb that we had the other night.
That's 2 different things, huh?
What do you taste? You had some of the lamb, didn't you, from the other night?
No, I didn't have it yet.
Oh, we still have some left.
Yeah.
Well, after you taste this, you can taste it. So, I will run through.
That's fine.
I will run through as much of it as I can that I remember. It was a whole rack of lamb that I then sliced into lamb chops. I pounded it out with a hammer. But before that, I had actually taken lamb and put it in red wine in a bag with rosemary for about 3 days. The purpose of that was to achieve this, which is the remains of the crown roast of lamb that we did the other day. It is still very, very tasty. It's perfectly cooked. It's probably gonna eat that later tonight anyway.
See that animal eating there.
So when I made that, I bought 3 lamb racks, and then so I used 2 to do the crown roast, and decided to go ahead and do this. So like I said, I cut the rack into chops and put them in buttermilk, and just now we breaded and fried them. Made a sausage gravy using merguez sausage that I just happen to have. which is a lamb sausage. So, in an interesting way, it doesn't really add as much as I'd hoped, but it doesn't take any. It complements. Although I think I could have put more spices into the gravy. I think to give the thing a little bit more punch. Like almost a hot sauce or some kind of, just a little bit of spice. But that's me.
I think it's great.
Oh, it is. It's good. It's just, as chef, you always think of what you could have done better.
This is perfect for someone like me that's suspicious of hot stuff. It's got a little heat, but not too much.
You should listen to the bear.
It's not good for bears to have hot stuff. To go with their DNA. Did an excellent job.
Yeah, these are pretty good. Honestly, they don't even need the gravy. The gravy honestly kind of takes away. Oh yeah. Here, can I just chop? Cool. Take like a bite without the gravy at all. It's just amazing. Well, if I was going to serve it in a dinner party or something, I think I would shy away from the sausage gravy and go to something like maybe a white wine cream gravy. But I'd also have lemon. I think lemon would be just like it would do if it was Wiener Schnitzel or any kind of schnitzel. Lemon sort of gives a nice punch to a fried thing. Well, in this case, I think it definitely applies. Oh, yeah. Sitting there wondering where all the rest of them went. Thought we ate them all. So those are good. I'm gonna have another one. I'm just gonna keep eating on camera.
Why
Since
not?
no one's watching. Who cares?
You're right about this by itself.
Yeah, it's almost better, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, it has a whole different flavor from with its gravy.
Mm-hmm.
It brings out a different kind of flavor with the gravy. Takes away from the natural.
Yeah. So, big fans of the lamb, not big fans of the gravy. When you make it, if you make it, try a different option. Go with something a little more, like I said, a white wine sauce maybe, or you could go mint, but it's deep fried. So I would stick very simple. Like I said, just do the lemon juice, something, or or malt vinegar might actually. Hold on, we gotta try that. So I'm thinking, fish and chips. A little malt vinegar might be.
Malt and vinegar.
It's interesting. I don't think it's a flavor that anybody wants. It's weird. It sort of as it takes two good flavors and makes it a shitty one. Reminiscent of like
That
a
is beautiful.
sock.
No, inside.
Oh, no, look at the
It's
beautiful,
so beautiful. Nice
perfectly pink. So I guess we're not probably going to get an In-N-Out burger. Oh, fuck, I wish I had the last one. You can have the other one.
You won't have it. Yeah,
Hmm?
I'm filling up on it already.
Well, it's never
That
going to
was
taste
a
any better
wonderful.
than it's going to taste right now.
That was a wonderful experiment. It treats like pork chops, almost like the.
Well, I mean, ever since I saw it on Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives, which I guess apparently was the first episode that they had the woman who made these, and they're good. They just are good. But I thought it was a brilliant idea from that time that I saw her do it. I think I tried to do it one other time. I don't remember though. Several years ago. That's one of my favorite things I made in a long while.
Well, also, it's a spur of the moment thing. You just threw this together. You didn't plan it out exactly. And sometimes they make the best results.
True.
The things, you start adding different things to it because you didn't think about that. And you get a different flavor.
All right. Well, I'm pretty sure you guys are all ready to stop watching me eat. Thank you very much. Any questions, comments, go to my Discord channel. You can ask. If I get the gumption up, maybe I'll
See you later.
post a recipe or something. Probably don't hold your breath on that one. All right. Good night from Uncle Bear. Good night from the DiamondSlug. We'll be seeing you again sometime soon.